Let's set the scene. You wake up. You stretch. You check your phone, and there it is, that sinking feeling in your stomach as you see your bank app. A number so low it might as well be a joke. You close the app, pretend you didn't see it, and start your day like everything's fine. But deep down, you know it's not. Being broke isn't just about not having money. It's about the emotional weight that comes with it, the anxiety, the shame, the exhaustion of trying to play catch-up while everyone else seems to be sprinting ahead. It's the quiet panic at the checkout line. The declined transaction when you least expect it. The mental gymnastics of asking yourself, can I afford this $7.50 coffee if I skip lunch tomorrow? But here's the truth, and it's going to sting a little. Being broke isn't your final destination, unless you decide it is. Because there's a path out. And it doesn't start with a lottery win. It starts with budgeting. Now, I know what you're thinking, how can I budget if I don't even have enough to get by? That's exactly why you need to. Budgeting when you're broke isn't about spreadsheets and math equations. It's about survival. It's about reclaiming control when life feels completely out of your hands. And more than anything, it's about shifting your mindset from powerless to powerful. So let's start at the beginning. Not with numbers. Not with cutting lattes. But with the truth. You can't fix what you won't face. The very first step, and possibly the hardest, is radical financial honesty. Look at your bank statements. Every single one. Go back 30 days. What do you see? How much went to food? How much to subscriptions? How much just disappeared? It might make you uncomfortable. That's good. Discomfort is a sign that something needs to change. Think of it like a financial MRI. If you're going to heal, you need a full picture of what's broken. Now here's the fun part. You might find you're not broke because of one big thing, but because of 37 small ones. That's empowering. Because small things, you can change. So the next move is to build what I call the zero flex budget. This is your absolute bare minimum to survive. Housing, groceries, utilities, transportation. That's it. Everything else, and I mean everything, is negotiable. You might be tempted to say, but I need my Spotify premium. I need my daily energy drink. Let me stop you right there. When your financial ship is sinking, you don't worry about redecorating the deck. You patch the leaks. That doesn't mean you live a joyless life. It means you make room for joy later, when the basics are secure. And if you're thinking, but I'm already doing that, ask yourself this. Have you actually written out your fixed expenses and categorized every dollar? Or are you guessing? Because guessing is gambling. And when you're broke, you can't afford to gamble. Now, here's where most people hit a wall. They say, I've cut everything I can. It's still not enough. That's when we talk about income, not from a go-get-a-better-job standpoint, but from a strategic one. Can you negotiate a lower internet bill? Can you switch car insurance providers? Can you ask for a 1-month extension on a utility bill to buy some breathing room? And yes, can you bring in a little extra? Freelancing, driving, selling something, babysitting, editing videos, offering a service, monetizing a skill. You don't need to launch a business, you just need $100 more this month than last. That $100? That's the crack in the wall. That's where the light gets in. But let me pause and ask you something slightly uncomfortable. Are you sabotaging yourself emotionally? Because here's the secret no one talks about in budgeting. Your money follows your emotions. If you're stressed, you spend to feel better. If you're overwhelmed, you buy convenience. If you're lonely, you scroll and shop. Budgeting when you're broke is 80% emotional intelligence and 20% numbers. You need to interrupt the pattern. The next time you want to buy something, pause. Ask, is this feeding the future me or just numbing the present one? That simple question can save you thousands over time. And here's the mindset shift that will change everything. Don't budget for the life you have. Budget for the life you want. Start acting like a future millionaire, not by spending like one, but by managing like one. Because wealthy people, they don't wing it with their money. They control it. They give every dollar a job. They know where it's going before it even hits their account. That's what you're building now, not just a budget, but a system that rewires how you think about money. Let me give you one of the most powerful tools you'll ever use: paying yourself first. Even if it's $5 a week. Even if it feels ridiculous. Set up an auto transfer to a savings account, one you don't touch. Make it boring. Make it automatic. Why? Because every time you save, you're telling your subconscious, I come first. My future matters. I'm not living in chaos anymore. That's how identity shifts. That's how broke becomes powerful. Now let me ask you, have you ever thought about what life would feel like if you weren't afraid to check your bank account? Imagine paying bills before they are due. Imagine having money left at the end of the month. Imagine opportunities instead of anxiety. That version of you? They are not as far away as you think. And here's the final secret: momentum beats perfection. You don't need to do this flawlessly. You just need to start. To choose one habit today that your future self will thank you for. Because you're not just learning to budget. You're learning to build wealth. One decision at a time. Now that you've got the mindset, the strategy, and the system, it's time to go deeper. I want you to watch the next video on screen, How to Escape Living Paycheck to Paycheck. It's where we build the long-term systems that keep you from ever going back to survival mode again. Click it now. Your next step starts there. You're not stuck. You're just getting started. Let's build the wealthy life you deserve.